my name is Catherine, and today's tune by ear is from Vivaldi's Four Seasons. We're going to look at winter and the Largo movement. So I'm going to count to 4 and then start playing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's just start with that much. So as you can see, I'm starting in first position on the A string on the note C, so it's second finger. And then I have to be prepared to make a shift all the way up to fourth position to play my pinky finger on G. And then after that, it's like a scale coming down all the way down to C again, and then we just play D and G. So here we go again, 3 and 4 and... That's it. And now, for the second part, I'm actually, when I arrive on this G, I'm going to change, the next note I'm going to play will be the same note, but what I meant to say is I'm going to change fingers. So here's the spot where I'm playing fourth finger in first position, and now I'm going to put my first finger there. And do you know what position that would be if you make that change? If you were thinking third position, you're right. All right. So from third position, so you see what I did? I played the first finger on the G in third position, and then I put my pinky, my other fingers on the A string, and I was able to reach the F, and then I did a scale from there, all the way down to B, and then I go back to the F, but this time I can go to second, which is what I did when I performed it at first, or I can go to first finger and trill to the above G and then land on the E. Or you might find it's good to practice this fourth to the second finger, but if it's really just too tricky, you can move up to first finger and try third to first finger. No matter what, it has to be a whole tone trill between F and G. Okay, so let's us put all of that together so far. So 2, 3, 4. Same note, switch fingers. Third position. So this is perfect because where we end here actually connects to our next phrase, and I'm going to do a finger switch again. So the same note, this E here, instead of playing it on first finger in fourth position, I'm going to move back a position and play it on third finger. and all you have to know is where you start and end. So here's the spot where I switch to my from first to third on the E. And from there I'm going to play the D, and then a scale using all of my fingers, shift to the G, and then I'm going to shift all the way back to C. So it's lower second position. And then back to B. And then back to A. So what happens is I do a scale starting on D. Then I do a scale starting on C. Then I do a scale starting on B. So there's a pattern. What would come next? Of course, I'm going to do a scale starting on A. So knowing the pattern, of course, really helps to know what you're going to do next. So, and then in terms of knowing whether or not to play whole tone or semitone patterns in my fingers as I do these scales, I just have to remember what notes are sharp and which ones are flat. So when I do the scale starting on D, that's the first one. D, E, F natural, G natural, A, and B, and then back to C natural. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we're getting a lot of natural notes, so we know we're in C major. Okay, so we do all the scales, and then the last one starts on A. So right at the end, I chose to go up to fourth position, play the E, and then stay there to play the B and C on the D string. And then I'm going to shift down to put my second finger on G, which puts me in a second position. You could say upper second position, because now my first finger is on the F sharp. So I play the G and across from it, the D, and then do a little dip down F sharp again. And now I play the E, and now there's a pattern again. D, D, E, and then there's going to be an F sharp, but I can't reach that, so I'm going to shift, and I'm going to go back to, or maybe first position. That's what I did. I go back to first position. So I play the D, C, D, and then G, G. You can hear the octaves, and then back to the G and a scale. Thank you for playing Winter with me, the Largo movement. I look forward to our next tune by ear together. Okay, now that the sunlight is shining on my cello, you can see it's a... I hope you can't see how dusty it is.